They said Ebony was shocked over what her own uncle, as in her manest man. Hey, they said apart from Ebony's uncle, who is now, apart from Ebony's father, who is now no more, the one person that Ebony can share her secret with is this her uncle. And ever since they started their game in the palace, they said this uncle have been solidly behind her at every step of their at every step, let me put it that way, at their journey in the palace, that this uncle of hers have been there for her, supporting her, going places for her, doing everything for her, you know. But I believe that there is something that this uncle have seen that made him to open up to Ebony, telling her the truth because he cares, because he doesn't want Ebony's own to be missing because she is fighting the wrong battle. That is if all the information we are hearing is the truth. Because they said something happened that made Ebony run to this uncle for help as usual. The uncle have been helping before now. But you know that as an elderly person, there are a whole lot that uncle know that Ebony, who is practicing as a priestess, does not know. Because it's beginning to look like she learnt that priestess work from her late father, from what we heard. And don't forget that that late father, I think that uncle in question is a brother to that her late father. So somehow it runs in their own gene. But they say she learnt it from the uncle because a lot of people said she is an adopted daughter to the man in question. So when things started going in favor of QueenNaomi in the palace, they said Ebony was highly disturbed. She's not the only one that is disturbed, but one thing about her is that she likes to make move to see if she can subdue things, especially when it has to do with QueenNaomi. Because they thought that QueenNaomi leaving the palace, that they played a great role, maybe by manipulations and all of that. But only recently, she have find out that through this her uncle, that what is happening to QueenNaomi is just her destiny. You know that sometimes when destiny is playing out in the life of a person, sometimes the person in question will not be happy about it, especially when it is not going the way she expected or she wanted or he wanted, you know. Yes, there are some people that thought that maybe while they are growing up, a prophecy will come for them that they are going to be great. Their way is going to be good, this, that. But that prophecy did not explain to them in details that they are going to pass through rocky ways, that they are going to experience some difficulties, that they are going to see things that they never imagined on their way to their greatness, you know. So I believe, like the uncle said, that what is happening to QueenNaomi right now is her destiny that is playing out. So according to what we are hearing, they said, after the last incident that happened in the palace, where Ebony was sent out of a meeting that Kabiyesi and his family were holding in regard to that full moon ritual that is forthcoming, and they said Dr. Lizzie was part of it. So Ebony visited her uncle, according to the story. I don't know what her mission is, but you know that she doesn't go there with good heart. She is bitter over the way they treated her because they did not allow her to come in when she wanted to. Meanwhile, they allowed her co-wife, which is Dr. Elizabeth. But we all know that Dr. Elizabeth does not fight QueenNaomi ever since she came, according to what we are hearing. Always bear in mind that whenever you are here, you're listening to alleged unverified information, okay? So when she went to meet with her uncle, they said the first thing that her uncle told her that, you know that I have been supporting you. You know there is nothing I cannot do to help you in this palace journey. You know that if it is left for me, you'll be the only queen in that palace. That they have made inquiries because the way things are turning around now, they have been forced to make more inquiries about Queen Naomi. And they got from a reliable source that Queen Naomi is rooted spiritually to that throne. She is not just a wife to Kabiyesi or an ex-wife to Kabiyesi. That she is rooted. She have a pipeline, spiritual pipeline with the throne. But will you doubt this uncle? If not, why did the gods decide to give Kabiyesi's first son to Queen Naomi, which is Tadenikawo? You know, sometimes if you are listening to stories, you will judge it critically. You know that sometimes, in as much as we are not there, and we will always tell you is an alleged, but when you reason them, you go know say this thing, it is making sense. They said the uncle told Ebony to stop fighting Queen Naomi because the more she fights Queen Naomi, the more she loses her relationship with the king. And the worst part of it is that she's never going to win the battle. That if they will win, they would have won long time ago. Because Ebony can testify that the uncle is going deep to ensure that she is happy in that palace. When Queen Naomi left, they thought they have won. But did they succeed then? No. Because she was still there and Kabiyesi went and married other women. They know what it takes them to convince Kabiyesi to marry her. To tell you that as in Ebony fighting Queen Naomi, will always push her away from Kabiyesi. Look at Dr. Elizabeth. Dr. Elizabeth never fights Queen Naomi ever since she came. Now, it's beginning to look like she is the only one that Kabiyesi trusts and treats better than the others, according to the story. You know? So, the uncle is telling her to stop fighting Queen Naomi. That you cannot fight in that is rooted spiritually. That Queen Naomi is chosen by the gods, not the king. That Kabiyesi did not choose Queen Naomi. It is the gods who choose Queen Naomi and send Queen Naomi to Kabiyesi's way in order to fulfill the spiritual link that she have with the throne. That there is nothing anyone can do about it. Whether Queen Naomi returns back to Kabiyesi or not, she will still fulfill her destiny that is connected to the throne in due time. So, Ebony, they said the uncle advised her to stop fighting Queen Naomi. If not, she will be losing her own value and respect in the palace. And that is what it is. That is if the information is true. Anyway, guys, like I will always tell you, these are all alleged, unverified information making rounds on social media and shouldn't be taken as fact unless you verify them, okay? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you're yet to subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Do well to follow my page and share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.